Hello everyone, this is Rebecca from Papeterie de Choix, and I'm here with a new venture. This one is called Mixed Media Monday. Now I am venturing into something that I have never done before. So I found something to kind of go by and created this page from a book that I found. I'll show you in a minute. I wanted a botanical theme, at least some place I was comfortable. So I found a book with some botanical images. Used that and some music paper, some of that garden book, and then a little underneath here is a graphic from an old flower book. I think I tossed the book and kept the one image maybe. I've had this a while, so I'm not real sure. But anyway, so then I used a doily that I folded up and made just this little corner thing, and it's got a little pocket here with a piece of that garden book in it. A couple of stamps. This was a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, I think. I got at Joann's when I was visiting my daughter in Indiana, and so I just cut them all down and inked them up so that to get rid of the white borders. Used one of my words that I made on Google Drive. Used one of my fake metal, what did I call that? Number labels, I think. A little piece out of a dictionary, and I squirted it with some yellow ink that I made from watercolor, and this also. So that was that one. So after I made that, this was one image, and I ripped it down the middle, or tore it with a ruler down the middle, and then just made sort of the mirror image of it, sort of, kind of, and did just sort of the opposite with another corner here with the same. It's the side of that one up here. Just did kind of the same thing, just to kind of get my feel for doing a collage like this, because I have never done this before, or if I have it, I don't remember it. So so let me show you. This is it's probably going to glare a little bit, but this is the book. Now, I've already taken everything out of it. It was sewn in, so I got the double pages, and so I'm just going to flip through a few of them. It was, as you can see, it was a pressed flower book, and it didn't have anything in it whatsoever, but it has all these pages with flowers, and then places that if you want to press your own and your name, date, place, and so that's what the book was full of, was these, and so it was working exactly for what I was looking for in doing this project. Here's the first page. You can see these are still, let me find the middle, still joined together the way they were in the book. So some of these will get used at a later date in other books, like maybe the full sheet. I'm not 100% sure exactly how I'll do those, but I love this one. So what I have done now is I went ahead and took a page and coffee dyed it a little bit. Went ahead and took a couple of strips of music paper, and like I did kind of the yellow accents on the other one, I'm doing on this one kind of this reddish orange color. So I got me a couple of strips of fabric from an old piece of Tim Holtz fabric I picked up, I don't know, a long time ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Also, I've been cleaning in my craft room and rearranging some stuff, and I found some book pages that I had ripped out another long time ago. So I thought I'd try putting these two birds in the one that we're doing. I'm going to do the mirror image again, but I think I might only do one. It just depends on how the time goes. So I've gone ahead and inked these up, and then got a couple of words and a couple of stamps, a couple of these little fake metal label things, and what else did I have? Anyway, I got enough to start. So basically, most of you who are watching me may have already done this many times, but it's a first for me. So basically, you just find the book pages that you want to collage and figure out how you want them to lay, and lay them out. But I feel a little bit more comfortable than I did a few days ago when I made the first one. I think it was the day before yesterday. But definitely, yeah, I really am loving this book. I can see me making a whole bunch of stuff from it. But anyway, let me get my materials together, and we will create at least one, and then depending on how the time goes, we might do a second one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is find a place to tear this down the middle and still get this name of it on one side and not rip any flowers in half. And this right here might be the best thing I've got going. It don't have to be exactly straight, but I'd like it to be somewhat straight. So I'm going to do that one. And then the way that I did the other one, I guess I just sort of tore it. I think I might have done it a little cleaner than that. What I'm backing this onto is I've got, this is actually wrapping paper, believe it or not. And I doubled it in half. I'll go put some glue stick on that little edge. So I cut off a strip. It's got these 1-inch blocks so that you can cut it straight, but it's I would rather have had the other side. I don't know if you can see it here enough, but anyway, this side has got a coating on it and it's smooth and shiny, so I knew that I wouldn't like that. So I'm using this side. This feels like paper. I'm going to glue everything to the one side, and then my thought is that this, like this one, when I make a journal that's just slightly bigger in the pages, this is a 5x7, then I will glue this down as a pocket on 3 sides and make it like a full page pocket under it. That's my idea for this whole thing. So I'm not worried about what the back side looks like. And I did go over the edges just a tiny bit in places so that it's not, you know, like exact. But anyway, so like I said, I don't know if I'll do both of these or not, but I'm going to get this stuff ready as if I were. And tear these down just a little bit closer. That's a little too raggedy. Okay. And I'm also keeping somewhat of a vertical lines with some the decoration kind of going across, just for me to help me simplify it until I really get the hang of the design part of it. So let's do this one the same way. And this one I'm going to go in a little bit and then back out. I did rip that in just a tiny bit, but I believe it'll be alright. So let's take that down a little bit. Okay, so let me pull this out of the way. I got my trash can right here to the left of me, just slightly. I'm going to put just a touch of... I just did it in one big long sheet that I cut 7 inches tall and then cut it in 5, so I did put this down, but obviously I left a gap or two. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with this side, and I'm going to go ahead and ink this. That's kind of dark, but it's okay. So, yeah, my husband and me both a little bit have been a little under the weather, and I've not been out of my house except to throw the garbage away a couple of times. Tomorrow being Monday, will be 3 full weeks. I guess there's a bug going around, and it's funny. We have been married for... How long have we been married? We've been married for 14 years, been together for 15 years. We have never been sick before since we've been married. Never. Not even a cold. The worst I have really bad allergies, and the worst I get is, all stopped up from allergies. But we have never been sick before. So, I won't say that this was like a test or anything, but, yeah, it's a good thing we've been together for a long time, that's all I know. Okay, I am going to run an iron over these and dry that ink. Okay, now, what I need to do is figure out which side am I going to try to do first. The other one I started at the left side. So I'm kind of feeling like I want to do that again. So I need some rip, a little bit more rip there. So anyway, that's enough about that. But now I've been trying to keep up with my crafting, helping my daughter build a website. I spent almost the whole day with her yesterday, so I don't really need to ink that. I need to ink this part. Figuring out which platform to use and all that sort of thing. Okay, let's see about that one, because, yeah, I definitely want that there, but I do kind of want more of that bird showing, so I'm going to go in just a little bit more even. Try to round that out a little bit. Oh yeah, I like that much better. Needs to come down that way. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, let me ink this little part. Get that sort of going. And the way I did do my other one also is I started at the left, but I didn't glue anything down until I got everything kind of worked out the way that I wanted it to be across. And then I started over here and glued back that way. Okay, so let's do that part. And then I have this music paper. That I'll look a little bit of in here. But this might be, I'm using pieces that are, this whole flower image is a little bit wider, I think, than the other one. See, I can actually bring that more that way, maybe. I don't really like that. That's about as good as that's going to get. And then like that. And then maybe I do the music paper last. Alright, come on. Okay, I like that better. Let me ink this edge. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to I'm going to glue this music paper down on this edge. And the other thing I did on the other ones is, oh look, and I found me a little thing in my stash to stand my glue up in, so so it'll be at the ready until I'm ready to do it. Now I know some of this is going to stick over the top, but anyway, what I'm saying is I'm putting glue around the edge because this glue stick I don't like it, and I don't think it likes me. And when I'm done with it, I'll never use this purple stuff ever again. Never, ever, ever. Okay, let me. Okay. That's sticking out too far, and I'll probably go back and use my ruler and take that down just a little bit after I finish the whole thing. Still give it a rough edge, but just take it down a little bit. Okay, now next is the book page. We're going to do the same thing. Make sure I got it all. See, I hate it when it gets down to that bottom. It just like, oh. And then if I'm doing it on top of my workspace, that makes it even worse. So I guess I'm going to have to go and get me another glue stick. Unfortunately, I still got like a dozen or something of these things. Okay. This is going in the trash. I'll be right back. Oh, look at that. I mean, oh, okay. Now, glue around the edge. Now, because this glue has come out, or this glue stick has come out the way that it has, I will be putting this under the iron. Otherwise, it'll take forever to set and dry. So, once I place it, I will move over here to the iron. I'll put that about like that, I think. Before I press it down completely, let's... Okay, that'll be alright. Okay, I'm taking this to the iron and get rid of all those little humpy bumpies in there. Okay, now let's see if this thing will cooperate enough to do this side. Oh, can you believe it? I think, I don't know if I've said this before, but back in November, I guess it would have been, whenever it was, we were visiting our son in Fayetteville, and he took us to his Amazon guy, which is someone who him and his wife sell like all the returns and rejects or whatever from Amazon and other places, Walmart and wherever that he gets them from. Anyway, they had this glue in a bunch of sandwich bags, all like taped up together, like 5 in a bag for $1, I think it was. And the first ones that I picked out were the clear, like the good ones. And I picked those out, and I got so excited looking at them that I didn't pay any attention. That after about the 4th or 5th one, I was getting into these, and so I ended up getting like, I think 10 or something altogether. So, but I won't be making that mistake again, I can promise you that. Okay, now let's see, before I press that, where this needs to go over this way some more. And some more still, I think. I just want to get that little burr. That's probably about it right there. Okay. Alright. Well, that is a little crooked, but it's going to be covered up. It'll be fine. So, let's see if it'll cooperate at least for the rest of this project. If I had any crafting friends that live close, I do have one, but she's got a ton of this already because I've already asked her. But if I had anyone else that lived close to me, I would definitely give it to them. Anyhow, that's enough of me complaining about the glue. Okay, let me go put this under the iron. Okay. Now I do want to rip this just a little bit straighter, and these book pages are quite old, so they're a little bit on the fragile side. Come on now, lift up. For some reason I have not a lot of patience today. And my husband, he does all the cooking. He does all the grocery shopping. I can't tell you when was the last time I even stepped inside a grocery store. But he decided he wanted some cake. Now this man loves cake, but he hasn't felt well. But every Sunday, which is what today is, he bakes cornbread for our elderly neighbor. She's 80, she'll be 84 next month. He bakes cornbread for her and takes it to her, and even though for the last 2 weeks, maybe even 3, he hasn't really felt like it, he's done it anyway because she has outlived, let's see, she's outlived her husband, and she started out with 8 children, and she only has 3 left living. So she don't have very much family, and she don't have any family close by. So when we first moved here, almost 6 years ago now, he kind of, she became like a mother figure to him, and his mother passed a long time ago, and his dad died when he was 9, so, he likes that family element. But anyway, so he decided he wanted to bake a cake. So he got in there with his flour and his sugar and whatever else that he puts in a bowl, or in his mixer rather. And I was in here doing some craft work and cleaning up and stuff, and all of a sudden I hear whirr, because the kitchen's just the next room over. And he's like, I want some cake. He said, I feel like Marie Antoinette. And I said, oh, you're going about to be beheaded. He's like, no, I want some cake. So he just made a plain sponge, made some whipped cream icing put some apricot jam in the middle, and so about 3 o'clock we sat down and had a slice of cake. So that was a good way to kind of go out on a Sunday, I think. Okay, that's a little bit better. It does stick over a little bit, but it's not, I don't want it to be a defined edge, but it's a little better than it was. Okay, let's see if I can clear me off a spot. And I'm going to pick me out a couple of these stamps. And we're going to trim them with this little pinking shear scissory thing. And we'll put these on here. And then also, I think, actually, what I want to put next is this. I know it's not quite the same color, but it is sort of close. I actually want to cover that up right there. Oh, I guess I'm going to use this one. It's going to be better. Okay, where did my glue go? Yep. Now, I'm not going to put a doily on this one, but I do have this little bit of a fabric decoration that I'm going to put on it. Okay. Now, I can't turn it upside down if I don't close it up, so I need to pay attention to that. Okay, well, that covers those words up. Purpose or encourage? I think we're going to do purpose. And go, and I'm going to color these little things with the black ink. I thought that just made them stand out a little bit better. Okay. Alright. And glue that down. Now, where is the purpose going to go? I think right here might be good. Let's put purpose right there. And then I have these little things. I went with the silvery look, sort of, kind of. Not 100% sure. I think before I put those on, I want to find where I want to put this. And I have these little metal letters that I think I found at a thrift store. And on one side they're kind of curly-cued, and on the other side they look sort of normal-ish. So I like that Y pretty good. I like the Q pretty good too. Okay. So I don't want to cover all the music up. Oh, that might actually be too long, like that. So I'm going to snip that and hope it'll rip. Yes. Alright. I'm going to put that right there, I think. Or maybe up here on that slightly. I still got them two stamps. Of course I don't have to put them on here, but I would like them to be sort of matching. Ah, yes, that's how I'm going to do it. Just like that. Alright. Let me get this little bit of, I don't know why this fabric glue, it just put just a tiny bit down through here. I want the edges to be loose. Well, and then yeah, I'm going to do the A. And for that, I'm going to use my other glue that's just a little bit more, that's stronger. And I'm going to have to store it upside down in this little heart thing over here too, looks like. Okay. And that's probably way more than I need. Let's rub it on my pants, that's what they're good for. I mean, it does dry clear. I just didn't want all of that squishing out. And then I'll just take me a paintbrush of that extra there. Okay. And then hopefully remember to put that brush and water layer. Okay, so there's that part. And let's move that out of the way. Now, I really need to squirt these stamps. Let me put a little ink around the edges. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do them something like that. Sort of, kind of. I know this pink is not exactly the right color, but it'll do when nothing else will, I suppose. So, put that like that. That. I'll put that under just slightly. There we go. Okay, now I brought my, I have a stamp I found at a Habitat for Humanity in Morganton, North Carolina, about 3 or 4 years ago. And it's got New York, Paris, Toscana, which is Italy, London, Hong Kong, and then the wavy thing. Seems like there was another one, but I guess that was all the sides, wasn't it? So, on the other one, I did London on both of them. So, on this one, I'm going to do New York, since these stamps say USA. Go back down there where you're supposed to. Okay, so New York. I'm just going to put that like that. Put one up here. I'm going to put one right on that corner. It's really light. For as much ink as there is on there, that sure didn't ink up very much. And then I'm going to touch it. Do that, that, and that. And that gives it a little bit of a something. I think I'll do a little bit there. Maybe just a little bit there. Okay. Now, I've got one more piece to put on. This one. I think it's going to be that one. Of course, this says Rock Rose. Maybe I do the R just because it says Rock Rose. I think I will. Or do I want it down here? Or maybe even right there. I really need something kind of up there, but I don't even know if I like that up there. I just do like it actually better down here. we'll do that part. Okay. So, this one has went faster. I guess because I kind of figured out my formula. And, but I am only going to do one. I'll do the other one later, but for this video I am only going to do one because I am aware that sometimes the time just gets away, and you've already seen me do one, so the other one I will do the mirror image like I did the other one. And then just like the other one, I've got a cover that I made. It was in a video back in the file, and after I have cleaned up and reorganized in my craft room, I cannot find it to save my life. So I went through my covers today, and I'm going to, I guess, make me a new cover and actually start a journal that I can use these in. But anyway, that's it. Not bad. Not bad. It's funny, when I was in high school, I won the art award. I still have the little charm thing that I got at graduation for winning the art award. But of course, the art that I did in 1984 when I graduated high school is completely different than anything I would do now. But I like that. I do like that. So, well, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in another video in a couple of days.